Hello everyone and welcome back to another Minecraft update video. It is Combat Test 8B. That's right, we've got another one and it's on a Friday. I'm starting to notice a pattern now. Here we go again, Combat Test Snapshot 8B. This is the third Friday in a row that we've got on one of these, and Jeb hasn't shed too much lights on his thoughts this time. Mostly balance changes. This time I think we're getting somewhere. And perhaps you could take that as a hint that we're getting closer to this thing being finalised. But anyway, back to the Reddit thread. If you're not aware, when Jeb posts these, you can use this thread to download the files to play the combat testing snapshot on your computer. And this is not going to be a part of 1.16. It might not be a part of 1.17. We don't know when these changes are going to get introduced, but this is what Jeb has been focusing on. And so you can find a link to that Reddit thread in the description box below. So with these combat testing snapshots, changes get introduced, removed, and introduced again, and we're starting off with a couple that have been brought back in. So one of them is the interruption of eating food. So if I try and eat as I walk into our slow moving zombie over here, you'll see it interrupts the food. Now I believe this is going to work with the honey bottle as well, as it is a type of food, but also potions this now includes, right? Did you see that? It interrupted the process of me trying to drink the potion, and I think this works with buckets as well. So let's drink this milk. Let's try that. Just the timing is tricky. Yeah, there you go, clearly got interrupted. And bow fatigue has returned. However, what you'll notice is it doesn't kick in until after 3 seconds. So this mechanic means that the accuracy of your shot will go down if you hold this for too long. So after 3 seconds you're going to start to lose some accuracy. I think that's actually a really fair compromise. As I pointed out, one of the things you tend to do in this game is try and snipe another opponent in a match. So you get about 3 seconds of that, and then your shot will become inaccurate, so you'd have to reset. And this will also cut out what are called critical arrows. I believe that's the critical shot with the bow. So once you start going into that inaccuracy mode, you're not going to be able to land a critical hit. So going back to the foods we were trying to consume when being interrupted, most regular food you eat at the normal speed. However, liquid foods are going to be consumed at 20 ticks, which is, I believe, twice as fast. And something interesting here, it kind of sounds like the whole sound file of drinking the milk doesn't get to play because you drink it so fast now. But this also includes the stew. This is considered a liquid food, so you consume it really quickly. The same goes for the honey bowl, and this quick consumption has been applied to potions. So now you can chug on one of those a lot quicker. Potions of healing have been buffed in this update. Which one's which? Instant healing. This should do 3 hearts. There you go, 3 exactly. And instant health 2 should now do 6 hearts. There you go. And before it used to be 2 and 4. So the first one's been given an extra heart and the second one has been given 2 hearts. And I was able to confirm this calculation by using this spreadsheet that Jeb has released, and you can find it in the Reddit thread. So this can calculate a player with what weapon it has, damage, enchantments, effects, speed effects and critical hits against another player, and what defensive items they have like armor, and also if they have enchantments and if they have protection equipped. And then it will tell you the damage per attack, the damage per second, and how many attacks it takes to get to 20 damage, which is the full health of a player. So on this part of the spreadsheet you can select all the different pieces of armor. Over here we can take the different effects that can be applied to the player. In this one we have all of our enchantment data, and in this big spreadsheet all of the weapon data with information like attack damage, attacks per second and reach. And so our damage per attack is 4 with a stone sword. If we go and add the damage effect of strength 1 and come down here, you'll see that now it is 4.8, and that confirms that it's 20% more. And if you want to download this for yourself, it's a fair bit of fun to come around and mess about with different armor and different weapons up here and see the statistics. There is a lot of information available for you inside of this spreadsheet. And there is a change here that will apply to critical hits as well as strength potions. So now that it works on percentage damage, this will actually include weapon enchantments in the base damage. And we can actually go and use the spreadsheet to see this in action. So a stone sword with sharpness 5 will do damage attack of 7. If we go and put strength level 2 on this, you can see that it's now 9.8, so it included the extra damage from sharpness 5 in that calculation. And while we're here, this will also work with weakness 2, so if we go look at the damage per attack, it is now 4.2. And something to consider when doing all of your calculations is that the cleaving enchantment has been buffed. So the base damage is 8, and now with cleaving it'll go up to 10, because cleaving 1 does 2 instead of 1 points extra, cleaving 2 will do 3 instead of 2, and cleaving 3 does 4 instead of 3. So they all got 1 extra point of damage per level. If what you see on your screen is confusing, then don't worry, because it's been confusing me as well. I've been trying to suss out what this next change is by attacking my camera account with various types of arrows at various different intensities, and although I think I've sussed it out, I can't really quite confirm it. So the change goes that instantaneous effects on tipped arrows are now scaled by 1 to 8, just like the duration of other effects. Well, this doesn't apply to the spectral arrow, which is one of the instant effects. It possibly applies to both healing and harming in this case. And I think the idea is that if you take a weak shot, then that's 1/8 of the effect, and if you take a medium shot, it's about halfway, and a full shot would be the full 8/8 of that effect, right? But I couldn't really confirm that in all of my testing, so not sure if I've understood that or not. And something that makes it just a little bit more confusing, if I shoot myself with an arrow and it dances on my head, that's obviously not what I want. Let's try that in survival now. Okay, so this time it hit me, and you see we got a full minute of fire resistance. And this of course is for a whole minute, so I'm not sure what Jeb meant when he said just like the duration of other effects. And if you've ever watched the myth busting series, you'll know that throwing a potion at a player and hitting them directly will give them the full effect of that potion. However, if you kind of hit them nearby, then they get a partial effect. But I can't confirm it works the same way with shooting arrows. And that, my friends, I believe is all of the changes with this round of the combat testing snapshot. And I will let you know that next week, if the changelog is a fair bit smaller, I might just give it a miss, maybe cover it briefly on my second channel. Just giving you a heads up, as I do like to cover everything, but sometimes it doesn't give you too much to talk about. Anyway, this is the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. As always, thanks for the support, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.